did it again.
You did it again. Oh no. Oh no.
CC show. Let me
The
see.
CC show. What's going on, fam?
Oh my goodness.
We are here. We are in the building. And we are finna get to our weekly recaps. We finna get to these weekly recaps, fam. What's going on, fam?
There you go. I did it again.
Happy Wednesday, fam. What's happening?
What's happening? Wednesday coming.
Wednesday coming. If I see RC in the building, what's up, fam?
So, man, I'm going to get that down. I thought I had it set. How I had it. I'm going to keep working with it.
We're a work in progress, man. We're a work in progress.
But at least I know how to make adjustments on the fly like a real coach. Huh?
Hey, listen, like a real coach. Like a real coach. They threw a different defense at us.
Right. We had to adjust the press breaker.
Exactly.
Bam, this is Coach.
It's picking us up 94 feet. What's going on?
What's going on? Hey, before we jump into our recap, man, it's getting spicy before the Olympic break with these games on the floor, man.
Think it's getting spicy? What you seeing out there, Coach?
Man, the bottom trying to come up. Started from the bottom, now they're here. The bottom teams trying to
now they're here.
The top teams trying to figure out. They trying to maintain. That's the tougher thing is maintaining how you started. That's tougher. It's it's tough it's tough coming up from the bottom, but it's even tough when you already set a standard of expectation for your fans and for your franchise. And so some like it hot, so don't let those records fool you. Ooh, yeah, they coming.
Yeah, don't let the records fool you for sure. But some of the teams that's hot stay hot. I gotta admit that. Minnesota's really consistent. Connecticut took what did they take, a loss or two?
Yeah.
But I think they stay really consistent. So you're gonna get some pushback from the bottom, but I think the top so far is kind of holding it steady, with the exception of like my Las Vegas Aces. I expected us to be way more in the conversation than we are at 6 right now. But
there's something working things out. In the team, they're still considered as to be.
Oh, make no mistake, we are the defending champs until we are not the defending champ. No, make no mistake, we figured some things out, but we are the defending champs until we are not the defending champs for sure.
Peace, RC. Salute, RC in the lab with women who. Was that the most recent change? I can't keep up with you, RC. But you posted some good stuff. Yeah, some good video shorts, man. Appreciate you. Keep posting with doing what you do, RC.
I think RC, I think he's been pretty consistent in the lab with women's hoops for a minute.
Okay.
I gotta say, am I right, RC? I think RC been pretty consistent, Coach.
He might be finding his way. Okay, we proud of you. Look at you, RC.
RC ain't for no games.
All right, man. I'm sitting down. Seth Talks Sports Signal for Coach Roy. I know he's probably working. Excuse me, he's got the big time jobs instead of doing the daytime.
Who, Tommy?
Coach Roy.
Tommy ain't got no job, man. Tommy know he ain't got no job.
And the white building next to the tan building.
he looked the part. He looked the part, but I don't know if he worked. I don't know if he worked for sure. Nah, I'm kidding. Coach Rose, he does some great stuff, and really building out on his take the L for leadership.
That's it.
Platform,
yeah.
So
this is our standings. Here we go. Our standings right now. Auntie Sess with the best.
Little Khalil in the building. Yes, we talking women's sports, so we can be heard. Absolutely. And then let me make sure everybody know, at about 1:40 Eastern, we got if you watching that under 18, the Women's America Cup. So we got Mexico versus USA. If y'all want to see Sarah Strong and y'all know Joyce Edwards.
Is that U18 or U19?
That's U18. U18, Coach. U18. So that we out there.
Somebody America beat somebody like 100-something to 22.
Puerto Rico. We put a whooping on. We put a whooping on Puerto Rico yesterday.
Was it like 102-22 or something like that? Or
yeah, we won by like 80 or something. We ran it up on them. Joyce with the double.
That's like Jean-Claude Van Damme. You know what I mean?
Claude Van Damme on him. Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm loving what these young women are doing to be able to continue to create the buzz around women's hoops,
right,
and grow the game, right? Because it only puts the better the better they perform, the more pressure is on the WNBA to get ready for them. Gonna have to be ready for these ladies as they start to come out of college. So let's go.
So right now, our Connecticut actually has 13 wins because they won recently, right? So Connecticut is number 1, 13-1. New York Liberty is behind. Second place, Minnesota Lynx. Third spot, fourth spot, Seattle Storm. And if you notice, Seattle Storm though is 500 in their conference, 4-4. Mm-hmm. Phoenix Mercury is 500 record in their conference, Western Conference, but they're the 5th spot overall with a 7-7. To me, that is a very battle-tested 7-7 for Phoenix Mercury. And listening to you in several chats, you made some good points. We'll talk about when we get to a Phoenix game. I'll bring it up. But you had some very good points these past few days in your live chat. So Vegas 6-6. That's another battle-tested 6-6 with what you call recreating your roster and your supporting cast. You know, it's 6-6. And here is the thing. Here is the interesting thing to see if this changes after the Olympic break. They're 3-4. They have a losing record at home, but they're 5-4, and they're one game over 500 in their conference. I think that's what means. That's big. That's what people have to pay attention. How well can you get the wins in your conference? You want the non-conference wins as well, but that West is brutal, man. Just like the East is, but I think the West has a little more maturity this season compared to the far as balance and everybody going. I don't know, but we'll talk about it. ATL Atlanta Dream is in the 7th spot. People was capping on them, but they look at it. They figuring it out. They're 6-6. Here's the thing: they got to lose a record in conference and at home, but they've got a winning record on the road. Interesting personality.
Right? So you buying into the dream? You buying into it, huh? You buying in? I hear you buying in, Coach.
Ron Howard. I'm pulling for her, man. I think she's a great young lady.
Buying in, Coach.
I think she's a great woman. I like her. Ron Howard. The dream.
I like Ryan Howard too. Don't get me wrong. I like Ryan Howard. But I'm just saying, I see you buying into the dream, Coach. I see it happening like right before my eyes right now. I was a little shocked, but you like, hey, let's go. We in here.
And I do believe we're going to see it very dramatic to the end of the season between. This is how the WNBA couldn't write the narrative any better between the Fever and the Sky. I think you're going to see a very dramatic fight for that A spot. You know, where it comes down to this one got to beat this one got to lose to get in. You know how the NFL used to have, well, if the Indiana Colts lose here and the Chiefs, you know.
I'm finna tell you, I'm finna surprise you.
Go ahead.
The fight for the 8th spot is gonna be the most intriguing part of this season.
Right.
Depending on 2 things. It could be the most intriguing part of this season. What is Cameron Brink's injury? Because if Cameron Brink isn't hurt as bad as I think she's hurt, then the Los Angeles Sparks are in that fight too. Rakia Roy could potentially get him in that fight by herself too, depending on how that works out.
Definitely.
The Dallas Wings, and then the Dallas Wings, depending on how Achilles goes for the rest of the season, right? And then, Satu and everything coming back, we could have a 4-way fight for that one spot right there. Right. I don't know if the Mystics, I don't know if the Mystics are going to be able to get back into, 2 wins. I mean, shoot, they got one less win than the Dallas Wings. It could be a 5-way fight for all I can see for that A spot. You know what I mean? So,
right.
This thing, the end of this thing is going to be so much fun to watch. Like 1 through 6, 1 through 7. 7 might be in trouble too, but 1 through 6 should be pretty locked in, but them 7, 8 spots, it's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so fun.
I think 7 and 8 is gonna be a carousel as the playoff spots turn. Something like that.
Exactly.
It's a soap. It's the soaps, man. Young and the Questless. I don't know.
So the Young and the Questless. I like it. We might need to change the name of it. We might need to change the name of the show on Friday instead of the T. It's the Young and the Questless. I don't know. Yeah. Let's go.
All right. So at the 8th spot, I got Indiana Fever. They're 5 and 10. They are 4 and 6 in conference, 3 and 4 at home, and right now, I think for order for them to stay in contention, they have to figure out how to win on the road. They're 2 and 6 on the road, Seth. 2 and 6 on the road. Chicago Sky.
They like home cooking.
Right. Yeah, you get the preferred calls, quote unquote. But you didn't hear from me, but you did. 2 and 7. And this is a whole different dialogue. You can have a whole show on that. And 2 and 7 in conference, Chicago Sky 1 and 5 at home. But all of them are most of the 1 and 5s is close games at home. Now. You can go back and look at the receipts. And 3 and 4 on the road. So they got to figure out how to step up to the pressure at home. 3 and 4 is almost 5. It's not great, but it seems like you're more comfortable competing on the road right now. Los Angeles Sparks 4 and 10. Like you said, Rakia Roy is improving week by week, game by game. I agree. 2 and 6 in conference. Excuse me. They're 3 and 4 at home and 1 and 6 on the road. So if you can figure out, if you can at least split during the week, at home, you got to split somewhere because usually you get most teams play about at least 3 games, right? 2 during the week and maybe a weekend game. And so you got to find a way. I think Las Vegas has to find a way on a 3-game week. You got to find a way to go 2 and 1. Depending on who you playing. But it's a young team.
I think for us, for the Aces, I think for us, our most important thing is making sure that we just get into a rhythm. I don't think that we care as long as we within 1 and 8. I think we are confident that we know how to go and win the championship. Like we don't have to be 1. We don't have to be 2.
What position would you want? Like you're an Aces fan. Excuse me for cutting you off. What you think will be? I don't have to be the 1 spot. But what's the position they need to avoid?
9.
Huh?
9. That's the only one we need to avoid. We can go win the championship from 1 through 8. Get to go to the playoffs. Then 9 is the one that we need to avoid. Where I would like to see us is like in a 1 through 4, but that just may not be where we're at. We might got to go get it out the mud this year, and I'm confident that we can go get it out the mud. But for me, 1 through 4 is probably comfortable. 1, 2, we probably don't get back into 1, 2, and I'm okay with that as long as we avoid 9.
9.
Yeah, that's the number. That's the number that you don't want to be because only 8 get to go.
Right. So if you
9 is like being all dressed up with nowhere to go. So
grinding all my life.
That's almost at the ball. I don't want to do that. So 1 through 8.
Baby, don't go. Be like no, right? No.
Look, you got me with that one. I didn't see that one coming. Right? I didn't see that one coming. Oh my gosh, it's already been a crazy day. He's throwing that off. My allergies going crazy. Hey, and they don't usually.
Why you treat me so bad? You just stuck. You know what I mean? He's like, you know what I mean?
You just got hit him with the shoulder right there.
You can't have no ice cream.
Oh, man. Exactly. Man, we just having fun on the CC show. Yeah. As long as I'm not at 9, though, Coach. We all right.
Yeah. So you got the Sparks, you have the injury. We see what the updates
are. Who do you think? So now you asked me that question. I'm going to ask you for that bottom spot. Who do you think gets it? Who do you think misses?
I think they're going to the power of the system that B is going to try their best to orchestrate that Indiana's in the A spot for revenue. Let's just talk. Let's be real because
you telling me
You see the officiating shift to protect the revenue. When you see it, let's talk about the elephant in the room, right? So we can talk about it because we don't have to get fined. Nobody's coming to find us or this. You have seen the blatant manipulation through the subtle, quote unquote, not subtle, blatant change in officiating. Because you are forging a great white hope and the savior on us. I mean, that's just what it is. I'm just gonna keep it simple. I don't like mentioning names. I'm just like mentioning the method that the league is using. And here's the thing: my concern is that you're gonna ride this wave and you didn't capture the lightning in the bottle properly, and somewhere along the line you're gonna have to, when they say face what you've done, created, and it's gonna backfire on you, and now you're gonna have to do cleanup. So and the cleanup is not, maybe not next season, but you're gonna have to do cleanup because it's gonna blow back in your face, and that's a whole different show.
So you telling me?
So I'm disappointed how the WNBA decided to go and not really address the thing. So what'd you say?
So you're telling me that if I want to see Colin Angel Roy and Thriller Camilla Roy in the playoffs, we got to be in 7.
They got to put some distance. They got to understand
jump.
that.
We got to get to 7.
You got to have
us in the playoffs. Okay.
You got to have at least.
We got to jump. You telling me we got to jump Indiana?
Yes, you got to have at least a 3-game lead to stay out of the drama. To stay out, in the death threats.
We need to
stay away from the drama and the death threats.
And the death threats. Okay, so we need a 4-game swing. We need okay.
Which I think LA, even with Cam out, I think LA still has the talent.
LA has a great team.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm hurt. If
you don't like her now, I would still let Zaya cook this season, and then you could say didn't let her go unprotected because she gonna give you that smoke.
Well, for me, if it's what people were saying in the chat that Zia's in the doghouse because she's late for practice, then Kurt Miller has the wrong approach for me for professional coaching. This isn't college. She's getting a check. Have her earn that money. You're not playing her because she was late for practice. How many times was she late for practice? It ain't been enough practices to be late for her. I'm
not buying that. They're grown women. It's professional, and you have some people.
And she's not a rookie,
right? And she's not a rookie, and so sometimes it's, here's the thing: you have Zaya Cooks come from an outspoken program where you're proud who you are, where you come from, and you got some professionals that can't take that.
So I got a question. I got a question for you, Coach. And the video is out now. They know that you are a coaching extraordinaire. Explain to me about Doghouse.
Well, to me, I don't believe in that because I don't believe in a doghouse because no person is an animal. One. I will not. So my philosophy, I will not even use that term. It would just be we're working out a difference, a philosophical difference. We're working out.
How do you balance the punitive piece of that with the development and the growth and the making a contribution to the team?
Well, the thing is, if you're in the people business, you're in the building them back up. We all make mistakes. You make mistakes as a coach. So the thing is how to build a person back up. So here's the thing: I'm a coach. I don't believe in punishment. Right? Okay. Discipline is to teach. Right? So to teach is to show. Right? And sometimes the showing might be uncomfortable because it's something I've never done before. And so here's the thing: a lot of people use old methods, whereas punishment, that's slavery mentality, that's prison mentality, right? But this is about life and learning lessons. And so I can't change those coaches' approaches, but one, this is an adult, and two, look at the talent for what it is. And there's a lot of young men and women. I've coached men and women's basketball, so there's been young men and women where I didn't particularly care for some of the things they've done, but they didn't do anything but they were an asset to their team.
Right.
So I'm gonna play you because you made me play you because we need what you have. And so at some point you got to face the reality of I need this person. This person is valuable to the team this year. We might part ways next season, but this person has what we need, or it could be an asset. So I don't know what's going through his mind, but I think you're wasting a great opportunity to use a highly intelligent professional as Zion Cook that knows how to get it done.
Yeah, it's coming across as very punitive at this stage.
Right.
It's just like, why?
Punitive and petty.
And I mean, there's no room for punitive and pettiness and professionalism. You saw that there, the 3-piece, but don't worry about it.
I mean, you got Ari McDonald out there. It's good, but
Ari McDonald's, but she's doing good.
Think about if you rotate those two in, though, how much better your team becomes when you share that responsibility with two well-polished guards. Now you take the pressure off of Ari, and she plays even better because you balance it. You managing the minutes where they can do more within the time they get in there. So you got to look at that,
So you're leaning towards it's not so
it becomes a personal.
It's not punitive. You don't think it's something else. It's not late to practice.
It's beyond what they want to talk about. Because if it was it doesn't seem like she's a problem in the locker room with her. It seems like she gets along with the roster, with her teammates from the outside looking in. Sometimes, from the outside you can see body language. So I haven't seen anything like that. She comes from, she's always been coachable and teachable, and she's always have a desire to get better. That's what I've seen from the outside looking in. You can watch somebody and see what they're about if you watch them long enough. And Zion's always been about improvement. And she's shown that, it's times where she's gotten in her own head and it's affected her shooting, but she's a high level player. She can produce. Really, she is.
Absolutely.
So that's mind boggling at this point, right?
I agree.
Look, you got a 2023 Lexus in the garage and you driving a 2013 Honda.
Not even a Honda, like an 89 Escort. You know what I mean?
Right. Come on.
I'm going back to the Escort. So no, I appreciate you. I appreciate the explanation right there, Coach, because I didn't mean to make it about Z, but at the same time, just from a coach's standpoint, I do want to understand from time to time, because I know from the peanut gallery what I'm thinking, and it's like, dang, okay, are you really sitting her for being late for practice? And if so, how long do you do that in a professional situation? So I appreciate that insight. It is probably something a little bit more than they want to talk about, or it could be some philosophical differences, or if she's not performing, maybe it's just something he doesn't want to share. But she gets in from time to time, so I'm not clear.
I mean, some people are particular, they're anal, they're unrealistic, or you use it because some coaches just have their preference, right? And
absolutely.
And they're immature, and sometimes their preference gets in the way of how much more you can win if you use what's the best option in front of you. I mean,
absolutely.
If you give the opportunity to the talent. And so, people are imperfect. People have biases by nature, and sometimes the biases causes your team's losses as a coach.
Yeah, I agree.
Plain and simple. I mean, that's the simple way to put it.
I agree.
I mean, so you got Dallas Wings at the 11th spot. Enrique, did we get an update on how long Enrique?
Oh,
Dallas Enrique's.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Coach. I'm sorry. Looking for Coach Rowe. Coach Rowe, you heard me talking trash about you just a few minutes ago. Is that what you popped up in here for? Because I was talking trash about you. What's up, Coach Rowe? I see you in the chat, man. What's happening? Happy lunchtime to you, sir. You heard me talk about you, Coach. Let me tell you what I said. Before you see it on the live.
Cheers to Coach Rowe. Cheers to Coach Rowe.
You ain't got no job, man. You run around here like Tommy looking the part. What's going on, Coach Rowe? I appreciate you popping in the chat. What's happening, man? Doc Glover, yes, that USA versus Mexico is coming on. Yes, it is, and we are up, y'all. 6-2. Coach is asking, can you drop a link and let him up to defend himself, Coach?
Oh wait, man, you got to teach me how to do that. I'm new.
So go to share. I think it's share right there, or invite. you basically what you want to do is click down there where the link pops up.
Okay.
Copy it in there.
Copy it and drop it in. All right, Coach Rowe.
Coach Rowe is coming to defend himself.
But
there's the link.
Come on up, Coach Rowe.
And for those of y'all that are looking for that USA versus Mexico is coming on, that is playing on the FIBA channel on YouTube, and we are up 6-2. Appreciate y'all checking.
While Coach Rowe is coming up. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, sis. I cut you off.
I was just gonna say appreciate y'all checking in with us this afternoon.
When the lights up,
like Mexico got a player down. You said what's that?
We go as Coach Rowe. Is Coach Rowe coming up? I dropped the link for Coach Rowe. We'll jump into this chat a little bit before we finish the last 2 teams. Joyce Edwards, yeah, I want to see how Joyce Edwards, Kendall L. Happy Juneteenth to everyone. Be free in your mind.
And then you got over the hump.
Yeah, hump, baby. Also, remember, switch your vote. WNBA and switch your vote in your local voting offices. Take that shot, switch the vote. Okay.
Yeah, and the virtual voting booths. Get in there, vote.
Next 5 years of talent will be spectacular. Political L, what's up?
The building. What's happening?
Just waiting for me to change my name to Caitlin Clark.
I know it's coming. I know it's coming, bro.
Different scenarios that have a dramatic climax. That's right, Political L is getting dicey. That 7 through 9 spot teams that's gonna be as the basketball turns. Like the young and the questless. Somebody will.
If the Indiana Fever win tonight, they're gonna be in a 3-way tie with Atlanta and Las Vegas. If they win tonight,
they just signed Jessica Carter from Mississippi State. I actually like that, and we'll talk about that later. But I actually like that. I think that's accommodates where the Aces are at this season. But that's a different conversation. The Sky in every single game and with single-digit losses tell me they don't know how to play down the stretch. Yeah, and that's youth. That's young. I'm Political Al. That's young. And then, as I heard some people chat, some of the vets that are on there hating on the rookies, so they got to get the petty out of the locker room. Yes, market manipulation. That's the standard in every labor market. Yep, you're right. I think I tore something up. I'm up here tearing my furniture up. Where you at, Coach Rowe? I dropped the link.
Coach Rowe don't know how to come up from the link right there. I'm about to
did the link. Hold on. Hey, Coach Rowe, let me know if the link works because we dropped it.
Coach Rowe, I'm about to email Coach the link.
What's the time? The Lakers, as in what's the name, to be recently back in the championship conversation on a frequent basis.
No trip, Coach. I got you.
For the Lakers, you have to. For the Lakers, is when LeBron retires. To me,
you said what?
Look, I don't think LeBron gets back in the. If it is, it's manipulated. But I feel it's time for him to. I don't see the Lakers being in a championship situation with LeBron there because he's one. You're not going to have a quality coaching staff with him.
So I can't say that because he's been in a championship situation. He won a championship in LA with a suspect coaching staff, right?
Was that Bubble? Was that Bubble?
Bubble?
The Bubble. Can you count the Bubble?
Gotta count the Bubble.
Okay, dang it.
I gotta count the Bubble. I think it was harder to go.
That's like playing. I think
it was harder. I think it was harder to go win in the bubble. I think it's harder to go win in the bubble. I know some people was like you could just focus on who, but this is peanut gallery, but in a pandemic, away from your family, away from your children, away from being able to keep your hairstyles correct and everything.
What'd you say?
It's a lot.
Look,
There was a lot going on for LeBron in the bubble, y'all. Let's just keep it real.
In college, who got the Clippers? Who got the Clippers?
Yeah. LeBron had to let some secrets out in the bubble, okay? So I'm just saying.
We saw
him. Hey, we saw him at his worst, okay? So I'm just saying.
Like, bro, what's wrong with your toe, harder. Bro? What's wrong with your pinky toe, bro? What's wrong with your pinky toe? You know.
So I'm just saying. I thought, he held his team together, and I just thought that was. And I'm not a big LeBron fan. I think that was just a tribute of
right.
Him being able to hold his team together and knowing what it takes to get it done, and being able to step up. And I think it spoke more to like his leadership than anything else of those guys. But like he got it done. But it did take AD in the corner with the Kobe.
Right.
To be able to finish that thing off. So
you had a halfway healthy AD. AD could never stay healthy.
Street clothes.
AD was, I think, allergic to the weight room too, a little bit. If you ask me, but that's just my interpretation. You ain't hear from me. So you got the Dallas Enriquez at the 11th spot. They win more on the road, 2-5 than they do at home, 1-5. When they lose though. That's the thing.
Oh, he said
he got to go somewhere.
No, he said he got it. Did you see him?
Okay, let me see, bro. Did he pop? He could. Oh, here we go. And now, introducing
Guess who?
Looking for Coach Rowe. Come on and defend yourself, Tommy.
Well,
hey, I'm so glad to see you. Hey, buddy. Hey, how you doing? You okay?
Wow.
You all right?
I'm great, fam. How are you?
I don't know. You was at the tree last night, Phoenix Mercury. Talk about it. Let's talk about it. Remember?
Let's talk about it.
Whoa. We made the disclaimer that we're not doing a tree because Vegas will be there 6 times.
I've been at the tree.
No, we're not doing a tree. Look.
I don't mind going.
Nah,
I don't mind going to the tree.
Only games that matter.
Oh, Phoenix matter. If you don't know that Phoenix matter, you know now.
I'll say this. You
Phoenix
were right.
Mercury matter too.
You were right about that game. I was very disappointed in the Liberty's fourth quarter. They were thoroughly outplayed. That was the difference in the game. I mean,
Big Foe Senior. Senior.
Yeah, the fourth quarter was very bad. I think Copper got mad from that tech and took it out on the Liberty.
With the work. Liberty.
Yeah. All right, we listening, Coach Rowe.
You gonna defend yourself? I want to hear this.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: I have a full-time employment. I work very hard, and it's besides take the L. It's some secular work, but I do very, very rarely have flexibility to do different things. So I took that flexibility to join Coach Coleman today for the limited time that I have.
Appreciate you, man.
See there.
So what they call us? They say I look like Sean Elliott, and you look like somebody. I forgot what the chat said.
What they say? I don't see it. Somebody said I look like who?
I know I look like Sean Elliott, and you look like somebody. I forgot what they said. So it was.
You look like Sean Elliott.
Remember from the San Antonio Spurs way back?
Yeah, I know who he is. And who they say I look like? Denzel?
I forgot. They gave you a different name. I can't remember. They gave and the fam gave you a different name.
Nothing but no Denzel.
Did they say I look like Brad Pitt? Who they say I look like?
What?
Who they say? Who the fam said?
Hey,
Coach look like?
They said he was over here looking like Bokeem Woodbine. What?
Who?
What?
Bokeem. I'm horrible.
The actor, man.
You know Bokeem.
You talking about the guy from Strapped?
He always wear the bald head. Yeah.
The one that was
why is Strapped the movie that you remember him from, Coach?
That was the worst acting job ever, but it's a classic.
He did bigger movies than that, Coach.
That's a classic movie. That's his best movie to me.
Political L.
That's his best movie to me. Hey, Harold Williams. Who is Shuler King, dude?
Harold Williams.
Who is that? Who is Shuler King? I don't know who that is.
Yeah. Expand for. All right, Sassy Coach Rowe, man. Y'all ready to take a look at these past games?
Yeah.
It is Juneteenth up in here. We acting like we free for real. Okay.
Doc Glover, really?
Did you vote?
Doc Glover, I look like a Connie Corso?
What?
That's what we doing, Doc Glover?
What?
Doc Glover said I look like my Corsos. Did you see my Corsos,
like,
Coach Coleman?
Yeah, they
that must mean you look. That must mean you look like a cold. That mean you look like a cold killer, man. What you mean?
I see them on Instagram.
You got. I'm saying.
I'm trying not to unleash because Doc Glover and Harold Williams gonna make me go somewhere I don't want to go.
All right, look, we got one more. Eagle Brothers, but everyone in the bubble was depressing and had a hard time focusing because what was going on in the world, what that made the bubble the most depressing and road. Yeah.
To me, to go get something done like that when you the most depressed that you ever been in your life in a situation that you don't have any idea what's gonna happen, people dropping dead. I think it's kind of. I think I'm gonna put an asterisk on this because might have been a little harder.
Harold Williams capping.
I don't know. I never watched Wildin' Out.
Yeah, he's funny. I know you talking about Harold Williams. Here we go. Here we go, Coach Bro. Dream your class.
Y'all ain't never seen Coach Ro. Y'all ain't never seen Midday Coach Ro. I can't wait. He might unleash. We might. Y'all might get to see Coach in rare form. I'm waiting. I see y'all.
Oh no, RC went in on you. Hold up, I gotta get RC there.
RC said, "Asking Coach Rose, we got a job." Asking Chrissy Size got a big booty.
What?
RC.
I'm with you, Political Ill. It's not much of a match at all. It's 27-2 right now. 2:19 left in the first.
27-2. Joyce Edwards got how many points?
I don't even know how many Joyce got.
My man, Doc Glover. Hey, what y'all watching it on?
YouTube, FIBA channel.
FIBA. Man, I hate watching YouTube TV.
Let me lock in my FIBA channel.
Not YouTube TV, YouTube.
Yeah,
it's just on their YouTube channel.
So I'm about to mirror it on my TV? Is that what you did?
No, do you have the YouTube app downloaded on your TV?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, just go to the app and then go to the FIBA channel. Okay, let's see what we got.
We got June 10th. We had the Fever 72 and Connecticut Sun 89. What was your takeaway from that, Sass and Coach Rowe?
It was a body bag. Next game.
What? This was the game I think that made me go do the Dejanay character story.
It was a body bag.
Pass it to Dejanay.
Pass the Dejanay. Like you know how they used to pull up Coach in the commercial and say, "Excuse me, do you have any Grey Poupon? Excuse me, you got any Dejanay Carrington?" That's all I'm asking, man. Like, my goodness, this was her game. 22 points.
Who was in the double-digit club for that game?
Oh, that's Dejanay. That's Brianna. That's the
one. Who wasn't?
And that's Tiffany.
You get a fake day off, Tommy, and then you come with this. I see how
I'm just saying.
The other problem with this game was that Nalissa only had 2 points.
Okay,
that was another problem here.
For the Fever. So
and then Caitlin had 10, but she was like a negative 30 in the plus minus.
Plus minus, right. So for Connecticut, Bonner had 17, Brianna Jones had 11, passed to Dejanay had 22, Ty Harris had 11, Tiffany Mitchell had 10, passed to Dejanay. And like what you said, what happened was Nalissa Smith only had 2. Going back to that, that's very key. AB, Aaliyah Boston Cream Pie had 14. I'll leave that alone. Caitlin Clark had 10, like you said. Lexi Hall, you had a Lexi Hall appearance with 10. Mm-hmm. And moving on to the next game. And
hold on, Coach. One thing about that. Did you see what Thomas did on the boards for Connecticut?
Thomas?
She had 18 rebounds. It was total domination down low.
And that's the tail of that's your separation there with 17-point win, don't you think?
Yeah, 18 rebounds is crazy.
Wait a minute.
What?
RC, who reminds you of Victor Oladipo? I don't think Strong is hurt. She's been playing. I don't know why she hasn't started. Who? Are you calling Coach? Are you calling Coach Victor Oladipo?
Hey, RC, I done finally seen your cast. I done seen you show your face now. Don't make me get out of character.
Wait a minute.
Don't make me get out of character.
Wait a minute.
While y'all catching up in the chat, I'm gonna load the second Tuesday's games here.
don't know what just happened right here. Victor Oladipo.
Victor Oladipo. That's kind of disrespectful.
Hey man, elite, but he can jump. He can jump though. You can
Here
jump.
come Coach Coleman. Here come Coach Coleman.
Tag team back again.
Right. Coach Rowe, you got to sing your song for the Tuesday, June 11th. You got to sing the short version.
Which one?
Mystics 87, Dream 68. Come on, give us a little bit, just a few bars.
That Mystic song, man, that thing hit TikTok today. That thing is going viral.
I know, man. Go ahead, give us a few bars for this game. Go ahead, Coach.
You seen it out there? You seen it out there?
I put it out there.
I put one out there too.
Oh, you did?
Yep. I dropped one yesterday.
All Coleman is a dream.
It don't count if you don't do the shoulder, Coach.
Hey, hold on. Hey, check it out. Hey, Stassi Coleman. What about this? How about my mom just saw it and commented, "What the heck?" Her comment. I'm like, Mom, you can't do that. I'm glad they don't know you, my mama.
Oh yeah, 18
channel. Oh my goodness! All right, so Washington Mystics 87, Sess and Rowe and Coach Rowe, yep, and Atlanta Dream 68. They were in the Dream and they lost the game to the Mystics. Their first win. The double-digit club for the Dream were Tina Charles had 12, Ryan Howard had 16, Crystal Dangerfield. Excuse me, not Crystal. Ariel Powers had 13. Washington Mystics. Ariel Atkins had 18. Brittany Sykes, 18. Julie Van Loo, 11. And she's still sus. Remember, they put her in their rookie watch. That's a little sussy. It's a little sus. And that was it.
But hey, Coach Coleman, everybody that played for them scored except for Melbourne.
Yep.
Everybody on their team scored.
Jane caught the shade. Jane caught the shade on that game. She did not. She ain't getting the point. She had a donut.
I don't even think. To me, it was more about the inefficiency of the Atlanta Dream. If I'm looking at the plus minus, there's not one player that was in the positive on the floor. So to me, it was a lot of hero ball going on out there. It was a lot of one-on-one.
Yeah,
people trying to.
You're right. Everybody was negative.
Trying to do their own thing. And then when I'm looking at the assist, it looked like, they passed the ball. I guess for the most part, they had 8, 11, 12, 13, 15 assists. Not bad for the game, but I also look and see Haley Jones didn't score at all for them.
Hey, I don't have YouTube TV. Why isn't that letting me see the channel?
So just go on YouTube and then type in FIBA on YouTube. And then when FIBA come up, it'll show you the channel. You'll be able to subscribe.
I'm watching the game right now, Tommy.
I'm with you. They don't get it at your job. Political Lil.
33.
They need a mercy rule in FIBA ball. We whooped Puerto Rico by 80 yesterday. LL, what's up, fam? The agent in the building. Fam, I appreciate y'all checking in here with me. What's going on? Run them lights up, y'all.
Man, something ain't going right on mine.
Here we go. We got another Tuesday game. Minnesota Lynx 100. Las Vegas Aces 86. All right, Sass. That's one of your teams.
Listen. It was a loss that we had to take. I was surprised to see us give up 100 points on our floor. At one point, I just felt like we did not have an answer. Stokes with 2 points doesn't help. J.O. was on the floor 22 minutes, only had 6 points. Kate Martin only had 3 points. Those have been two of the players that we have been able to really rely on as we're waiting on Chelsea to get back and kind of figuring out what's going on with being able to back Asia up and trying to replace Candace. We didn't play good basketball. We didn't deserve to win. Alicia Park was on the floor 26 minutes, 6 points. Stokes 2. Kelsey gave us 13. That's been normally up closer to 20. So it looks like only Asia really was on this game, and there's no excuse. We played pitiful basketball. Since then, we made some moves. Emma Cannon, who's no longer with us, was on the floor for 3 minutes. She gave us absolutely nothing, zeros across the board. But a positive.
And that's why they moved on without her, right? Recently. Right?
Yeah, but I don't want to say that we're the defending champs. I want us to be respected as the defending champs, but at the same time, I don't want to take anything away from the way Minnesota Lynx are playing basketball right now. The Minnesota Lynx are playing great team basketball right now. I don't want to take anything away from Kayla McBride shooting the lights out. I want to make sure that we give them the respect that they have coming. They balled out, and it's a very quiet. It's a very consistent double figures that they get pretty much from their starting five every night in and night out. They have made a decision, it seems like, on this team to have the starting five do the heavy lifting. And when you got Courtney Williams giving you 15 and 9 assists, hard to beat them. Courtney Williams is also playing some outstanding basketball right now too. So I don't want to take anything away from Minnesota Lynx. They are in the conversation.
Teams are packing the paint against Asia. I still think Asia's the best player on the planet. I think that. I honestly do. But it's not much you can do. But it's not much you can do. I got it, Seth. But it's not much you can do when you're the only person that's still bouncing around mid third to fourth quarter. Now, Seth pointed something out the other day to me and said, look, I disagree with you, Ro. She gets more steam as the game goes on. I went back and watched a few games. You know what? You're right. I know you watch more aces than me, Seth, so you're right. But teams are packing in that paint, and that's why Plum looks like she's out of sorts, which, again, I'm not going to pile on Plum. Plum's doing everything that she can do to help them win. It's not her fault she's becoming point guard by default. She's doing what she had to do to try to win the game. But
I'm pushing back on that, Coach. It is her fault with some of the shot selections that she makes, and that's the part. That's the immaturity and the stuff that we have to talk about. Like Kelsey Plum said herself, she had a situation in the season where Asia had to pull her to the side and say, "Hey, get your shit together, tighten up. You getting out of control." She gets loose with the rock. Sometimes she takes bad shots. She has to do that. She has to be better within the system. But Chelsea Gray coming back tonight allows her to help police that. Okay. So now she won't have the responsibility of keeping her hand out the cookie jar. She'll be back understanding that she'll get her hand slapped if she don't do it right.
But tell me this though. I hear you about the shots. Weren't a majority of those shots because of the position she was put in though?
No. Some of those bad shots is you don't have to take a three-pointer 2 steps, 2 feet behind the 3-point line. Take two steps in and make 3 twos for me. Get 6 points that way. It doesn't always have to be the 3. And she loves exactly. She thinks she has the green light to jack up the shots, and she doesn't realize she has to play what? Mother, may I? And you better ask, Mother, may I?
Whoa.
Mother, may I?
So Seth's a political ill. Kelsey Plum doesn't have a green light?
Not the green light that she thinks she has. She got more of a Jackie Young has a green light. Kelsey Plum has more of a flashing yellow. It's a little caution there. Don't just let anything go. And I mean that. You better play. I mean it. It's flashing yellow. It can get the green. But it's flashing yellow right now. It's flashing yellow right now.
So here you go. In this game, Seth and Coach Rowe, Aces had about 9 players that were in the negative for the plus minus, and about 9 teams in the minus. Their transition defense wasn't there. Again, right now, their challenge is in perimeter defense, face guarding.
Yes.
They're getting beat too easy. And Seth and I talked about that a few weeks ago. Yes, they're double and triple team. Asia passes pretty well out of that. Right now, the guards are not consistent in knocking down those shots. So only way you open up the post, if you make enough shots consistently, now that spreads the floor back down. What Minnesota Lynx did well, they got back in transition defense every time because Las Vegas, they get to stretch you out. They get easy buckets. So if you watch the game, so what Minnesota did is they took away about 8 to 10, maybe 12 points in transition offense from Las Vegas Aces. Minnesota Lynx also, they do a great job in their defensive rotation. also with Becky Hammond and staff, I'm not the staff. When you have a shortage in your roster, sometimes you got to make adjustments to how you cover defensively.
Yeah, right? But okay, so I hear that. But what's interesting is Las Vegas out-rebounded Minnesota. They had more rebounds than Minnesota. So, I mean, I kind of see the theory of taking bad shots, but I don't know. I mean, again, I'm not an Aces fan like that, but I think everybody's being a little too hard on them. They lost some major pieces, and they're not able. I think I saw A'ja Wilson's interview, was it 3 games ago, when she was like, look, we're going to get everybody's best shot every night.
Right.
So every night we're getting everybody's best shot.
Right.
So it's like, you know what I mean?
It's like she's the queen to be, right? She's the queen, you know, be like that.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's like, you know, I don't know. Do I think they'll get it together for the playoffs? Yes. Do I think they'll be in the championship form from last year? I don't. That doesn't mean that eliminates them, but last season was something special. They have a lot of obstacles. I see they just signed the 6'5" young lady. I fully expect them to use her to give A'ja some rest, to come in there. You know, I'm not that familiar with her, but I saw her tail of the tape, and she's another long body that probably can get some rebounds and burn up some minutes. So
play some defense.
Yeah.
Guard bigger body.
Harold Williams, are you saying Rhodacy? Are you
yeah.
Rhodacy? Okay, I
saw it. Don't worry about it.
Oh. Yeah. So here we go. Double digit club. Mother had 28. KP 13. You know, and she got a little cray. KP going through some personal stuff. That's not an excuse. She showed up to work. You got to perform. 10. So KP got to check her cray, right? Megan Gustafson, right? Here's the thing. If Skylar Diggins-Smith can check her, find her piece with her cray, KP can too, right? Minnesota Lynx. Bridget Carlton, 15. Nafisha Collier, 14. Elena Smith, 18. McBride, 16. Courtney Williams, 15. That's it right there, man. And you said Aces out rebounded, right, Coach Ralph?
Yep. Yeah, they are rebounding them by 7.
So it came in the transition scoring for Minnesota, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. On to the next one. This was a kind of game. Los Angeles Sparks, 79. Seattle Storm, 95. Who's got a take on that one?
Seattle was too fast. LA was too slow. I mean, LA hasn't figured out their rotation yet.
Totally disagree.
Young teams, you know how you usually drink a Slurpee or the icy from Kmart and you get the brain freeze?
That's not what happened in this game at all. That is not what happened in this game.
What do you say happened?
The LA Sparks have to learn how to close. First of all, they finished first quarter tied. They finished the half down 6. They finished the third quarter. They won that quarter by 1, and then in the fourth quarter they lost the quarter by 11 points. They're a young team. They have to learn how to close.
That sounds like a brain freeze to me.
To me, they didn't close the deal. So part of that is them being young and trying to figure out what does the closing team look like, and figuring out what their rotation looks like and who closes. So to me, that's one that got away from them. Rakia didn't play well at all in the game. But to say that they were within 5 going into the fourth,
right,
with 3 points coming out of Rakia and 7 points coming out of Cameron, to me says we're a young team. We're still figuring some stuff out, but you got to learn how to close. They were in that game into the fourth quarter, and they lost that quarter by 11.
So you saying it's youth?
It's youth, and also the coach figured out what is the proper rotation for closing. Who is that?
Quarter here, 50-13 USA over Mexico.
Oh yeah, they're stumping Mexico. I don't know. They should have the USA just play the USA for the last 2 games that I just.
But what surprised me about the Seattle LA game, Seattle Storm, is that most teams take advantage of Seattle. And they run out of gas, like into the third quarter, fourth quarter. Like, they don't have very good fourth quarters. So, I mean, there may be something to what you're saying, Seth. Not minimizing what you said, but I'm saying I see it a little clearer now as far as, like, the decision that was made, because most teams take advantage of that, and they run Seattle. But that was not the case in this game. Perhaps it was their shot selection, experience. Take your pick. But
I mean, they're a rookie team playing against 3 seasoned veterans leading the team.
Right.
Basically playing against a super team.
What are you all's thoughts on Euro?
NECA, Jewel, and Skylar have probably forgot more WNBA basketball than Rakia and Cam have even experienced so far in their career. So,
speaking of NECA had 26 points. Jewel Lloyd had 21. Skylar Diggins Smith 19.
And then Ezzy gave you 13 rebounds. So this is they ran into a much more experienced team. That's all. But they were still within 5 going into the 4th. So
and shout out to Victoria. Congratulations to Victoria Vivians, the assistant coach job at Mississippi State.
Absolutely. And Bree Wayne, I'm glad that you outside with it. I don't know why you can't hear, but thanks for checking in. Please hit the like.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something. I said this at the beginning of the season. If Seattle gets more consistent with their 3-point shooting, they're going to be a real problem for somebody in the playoffs. I would not want to play Seattle in that first round. Seriously, I would not want to play them because they have the ability to run anybody out the gym if those threes are going down. They do not shoot well as a team from the 3-point line.
Right, that's correct. I mean, that's proof is in the game so far. So that's what that is for sure. For LA in this game, you had Derica Hamby had 16, Ari McDonald 15, Lee Euro 18, and that was it for the double-digit club for LA. So they got to get on the boards and they got to be consistent in shooting the outside shot, right?
Absolutely. And then tough. I mean, I know I'll say that.
Bree Wayne, let me say this. Because I see you down there with more of these sessions with us 3. It's Coach Rowe is the problem here. So yeah, like y'all let Coach Rowe know that he needs to find more time for y'all in the middle of the day, like me and Coach Coleman.
Hey, Coach Coleman,
and then we'll go.
You ever notice how the chat always let's talk so reckless to me? They don't say nothing. Let me say anything sideways. They no.
Man, that's what happens when you neglect your family, man. They're going to come for you, man.
Darnell Baylor, what's going on, fam? Happy Juneteenth. Appreciate you checking in. Y'all run them lights up.
They defend Auntie. They be like, man.
Coach Rowe, find time, God damn it.
Don't talk to me like that, Bree Wayne. Don't do that. Be nice.
Wait, did you see anything? Did you see anything in the plus-minus success between Seattle and Sparks? Anything significant in that game?
No. Other than what I said, like, you know, they're all pretty much in the negative, and to me, that's just again like a young team figuring it out. And then it's also to me, I think over the next 10 to 15 games is going to tell me a whole lot about Kirk Miller. So.
Right, exactly.
I think part of it is a young team, but then I'm really like I got my spotlight on Kurt right now to see how he how he moved. Oh, because Coach op on the low. What's up, Coach? Yeah, I seen that Darnell Baylor. You say Coach op on the low. Nika got a 3-pointer. They ain't using it because they won't use her. It's not gonna always fall, but she knows how to use the backboard. Great call out, LL.
Yep.
I mean, the love is there, Coach. You asked for the love, and they trying to give you the love.
They trying to give you love. You got to get roasted, boy. You got to catch some caps.
Feel the
I'm
love.
Just taking it in stride because see, Seth knows me very well. I'm very strategic, so when I get my get back, it's gonna be epic. But we're gonna hold on.
I know you gonna come with the props.
Not on y'all. There's certain people. When I get my get back,
hey, you know. Looking for Coach Rowe.
Coach Cole.
Here we go. Wednesday's game. Coach Rowe says it was just one game on June 12th. Connecticut Sun 83. Chicago Sky 75.
This was a very entertaining game. You know, I rarely go to this bad. I actually felt bad for Chicago in this game. They played well enough to win this game. They were pretty consistent. That second quarter was kind of rough. They had 16. But, I mean, it was weird because in the fourth quarter, I thought at any given moment Chicago was going to go on one of their defensive stopping runs, but they tried to make the game ugly towards the end. But, I mean, it was just experience to me. You had because they were doing a real good job. Let me see, was that Bonner they was doing a good job on early on? Bonner only ended up with 16. No threes. They defended the three-point line very well in that game. She was 0 for 7 from the three-point line. So that's what stood out to me. Sasser Coleman remind me who was guarding her. I'm sorry, I just saw something in the chat. I forgot who was guarding her, but I remember watching it saying, wow, they really, Thomas ate. She ate a lot, 20 and 7. And she had 6 steals. Because, now I remember, Sass. This is the game where I kept saying somebody has to tell Chicago guards you cannot feed the post from the top of the key. That's basketball 1-on-1. You can't do that. You cannot do that. So, and isn't this the game too, Sess, where you asked for more Kennedy and didn't get a lot of it? Yeah, she only played 17 minutes in this game. Had 10 points. Is this the game where she sat down and we was like, why did they put her on the bench versus Connecticut? Had to be.
That's not my issue with the game. That's not my issue with the game. That's not my issue with the game at all.
What's your issue?
Dana Evans. You can't be on the floor 23 minutes and be the point guard. And give me a minus 11. You can't give me 5 points. You can't give me 5 points. I'll take the 5 or 6, but 5 points, I can't live with that. Lindsey Allen, you on the floor 17 minutes. 2 points.
I knew you was coming from Dana's neck.
Diamond the Shields. Diamond the Shields. Look, I love you. I want you to be healthy. But if you're not healthy, stop putting yourself out there, honey.
Sit on down.
Yeah, get yourself together. 23 minutes out there, 3 of 7, 9 points. As the leadership of this team.
Yeah.
Those are the people that at this point, if y'all saying that y'all are the ones, like y'all been here the longest, then y'all should be the ones that are stepping up and closing the deal. Y'all wasted a 20 and 10 performance by Angel Reese and a 10 and 9 performance by Camila Cardoso. So for me, it's guard play still. It's the guard play.
Yeah, Mabry. I'm gonna need a little more from Mabry too. Almost 35 minutes, 10 and 6.
But she's on. Well, we already talked about where's your money, Mabry. The other thing about Chicago that I'll say about this is that I feel like that they're in a situation where they're learning some expensive lessons right now that they'll be able to capitalize on later in the season. And we were talking about that tight race that they're going to be in for that 8th spot.
That's right.
If they're able to make some moves to be able to bring in the type of guards that they need,
absolutely,
they'll be able to build off of this experience right here. Right. So this is I'll never be in this situation again type of situation. Yeah. Plus, Angel and Camilla are winners, but just by nature. So this is something that they'll remember, they'll learn from, and they'll be better for. But again, it comes down to guard play, and it comes down to the leadership and the vets on this team right here, right now. So I can't have minus 11 from Dana, and I can't have a negative 11 from Diamond. That doesn't work. And then you not having Kennedy on the floor at the end of the game, it just further takes away from the confidence that could be on the floor to finish the game. And I don't know what anybody is afraid of in Chicago. It's okay if you foul out. You get to play the next game. You don't have to pay no fine. None of that. Like, it's okay. Right. Let them get out there and experience that so that they can learn from having to go sit their butt down in a game that they wanted to finish. Right? That nothing helped my Layship more than having to go sit her butt down in North Carolina to be able to come back and be better.
That's right.
So let them foul out so that they can learn from that. Not that she fouled out, but it took the sitting down. So in a game she wanted to be in. They want to be in a game, they'll figure out how to keep their hands up. They'll figure out how to play without fouling. They'll figure out how to make adjustments to the way the WNBA calls games, because it's very subjective.
Certain games.
Be able,
where they call
certain games and certain referees are going to call certain games a certain way, and that they have to be able to recognize that and be professional in how they adjust their games. And they shouldn't have to, but it's the way of the world right now for us.
So in this game, what I noticed and observed there was down the stretch, Chicago Sky made the necessary stops, but they didn't get any production on the offensive end. Then that gave Connecticut that window to create that 8-point distance. So they got the necessary stops in the fourth quarter down that stretch in that 5-minute mark, if anybody goes back and watches. So that's what I noticed. So defensively, they give you that fight. It's offensively, that's where when you have a young team and then you don't have a seasoned guard to orchestrate, because this is where down the stretch when you close game, you need somebody to orchestrate and to conduct the team, right? We call it floor general, but you need somebody to orchestrate and to manage, and so therefore, I feel this year, people say, I've seen people in the chat, well, Chicago needs to do this and this. Well, the pros, you kind of relegated to your resources and the business and the dynamic of the business and how transaction goes. Mm-hmm. So you're working with what you have based on the business infrastructure and what you got to make work. And obviously, Chicago Sky trying to come out of the college JV budget, into the varsity NCAA varsity, and I'm just saying that because that's what I think. What you're watching, some of the deficiencies is based on some their financial situation that you got to that they're gradually coming out of, and that has an impact on your roster.
But let me.
I would say this, Darnell. Go ahead.
I want to throw a stat out to y'all that, and I'm surprised this hasn't been talked about. If you all have, my apologies. I haven't seen it on any of the sports outlets that I've watched, but I think there's a problem here. So you got Chicago, physical team, scrappy. They only took 15 free throws.
That's a problem.
Connecticut took 28. That's a huge disparity.
Yeah.
In the flow of that game when you watching 2-3 people coming at the bigs for Chicago, and it seems like a slight slap on the wrist, shove isn't really called as consistently for the Sky's bigs as they are for other players. That's just something that I've kind of seen a little bit. I mean, that's a huge 13. That's a lot of free throws. That's a huge disparity in the free throws.
Right. Me. But here's the thing, Coach. At the end of the day, how many bunnies have you seen Chicago Sky miss in the first half that come back and haunt them in the second half?
Yeah.
So for me as a coach, I can say, here's the thing. I cannot control how the officials call. We got to make the adjustment if you want to win this game. You got to force. Sometimes you got to play and adjust to force the officials to do something different. Because if they expect you to keep doing that, you got to adjust to how they call it. So as a staff, it is not fair, right? And this is a whole different level. So the thing is, though, how many – and I watched Sky in the first half, how many easy buckets they don't capitalize, and then it comes back to haunt them in the second half at the end of the game. Let's look at that stats.
Yeah.
We're talking about missed layups. We're talking about good defense come down to transition, poor shot selection. I mean, so – and the thing is, I get it. Also, as a coach, I say, okay – they're not calling fair, but are we driving to the basket as consistent and as aggressive as Connecticut is to force them to make those calls?
No, and that gets to Sessa's point. The guards are not aggressive going to the rim. They settle for a lot of jumpers.
But that's also right there. That's the fouls right there.
Yeah.
That's it. They got to learn that. Part of that is learning how to go and get the and one. Like getting an and one, sometimes there's an art to that. Like everybody doesn't go and get the and one, and part of it too is going to be like being able to sell the foul some. High vibrations. What's good? And I wanted to say to Darnell though for sure. Ty Harris is balling, and I don't know that she's getting the love that she deserves from like the public, but like I am recognizing. Listen, 57 from the floor, 66 from 3, 75 from the free throw. Like she's doing her thing and really leading that team. In a way, in a quiet, confident way that is going probably unnoticed and under the radar, but probably also not on purpose, just because of the way that Bonner and Carrington have been playing right now. But Ty Harris, for sure.
And Coach Coleman says, I'm not ignoring you, Bree Wayne. I'm rewatching that game again. I know you took your subliminal shot at me about why I haven't talked about New York losing to Phoenix. I saw the comment. I literally was rewatching that game because I want to have a clear understanding as to how they lost. I think I know, but I like to be certain. So I'm watching the game again. The easy answer would be BG, but there was more to that game than just BG as to why they beat the Liberty. I need to watch it again.
Liberty. Copper going. Copper going.
I was in the middle of the second quarter, so I got to finish watching that.
So here's the thing. So we're gonna move from that game to double digit. We always want to give credit to those double digit scores. This is our double digit club. Enzo reached 20. Cardoso, Miller, 10. Mabry had 10. Kennedy Carter had 10. And somebody in the chat said Bree Wayne said all 4 guards combined had a total of 10 assists. Connecticut Sun, DeWanna Bonner. I always think of Joanna Man when I say DeWanna. I don't know why that comes to my mind. DeWanna Bonner had 16. Alyssa Thomas, 20. Brianna Jones, 18. Ty Harris, 13. Hey, chat. There goes that player again. All right, Gamecock. All right, on to the next. Thursday the 13th. Dream, 84. Fever. I wonder how teams feel when they lose to the Fever.
I think
all the stuff that's going on.
They feel extra bad because they know how much coverage it's going to get.
Right.
You're going to get like quadruple coverage. Like whether you win or lose, you still getting the coverage just because you play in Indiana. But if you lose, it's going to be on all the outlets like all day. But no excuse for Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta, you gave up.
I'm going to push back on that. I'm going to push back on that.
On what?
Hey, wait. Hold on. You gotta push till you get it right. Okay, I just had to put that.
Push back on what? On what I just said?
Go ahead, Seth.
About them feeling bad when they lose to Indiana Fever. Like make no mistake about it. They didn't lose to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark had 7 points. Aaliyah Boston gave you 27 and 13. She gave you work.
Oh yeah, no. I'm talking about.
I don't understand. You ain't gonna tell me nothing funny about losing to Aaliyah Boston. That was the rookie of the year last year. That's a baller down there. She got y'all 27-13. What's so funny about it? If it was so stop it then. They ain't had no answer for her. So no, I'm pushing back on that. No, you can't feel bad about that because you ain't had no answer for it. Ryan Howard, you gave your best. The best work you could get. You got 26. You shot 46 from the floor, 60 from 3. Y'all can't do nothing with Aaliyah Boston down there. This wasn't about Caitlin Clark. This was about Aaliyah Boston showing y'all I'm the rookie of the year till it's another one. Right. So no, they had to take this whooping right here. They might be like, hey, they gonna show it on TV, but what they showing on TV ain't Caitlin Clark lighting you up. It's Aaliyah Boston getting you work, and that's a national champion right there.
All right.
So yeah, no, not in this game. I'm pushing back on that one, but go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, no. Hold on. I'm saying. No. What I'm saying was, I said anybody that lose to the Fever are feeling bad because of the coverage.
Right.
So I don't care if it's Caitlin Clark or AB. I'm just saying we all know if the Fever get a win, it's all over every outlet. That's all I'm saying.
Gotcha.
And what I'm saying is this win right here wasn't gonna be all over everywhere because it wasn't about Caitlin Clark.
Oh, okay.
How many times did you see anybody talking about the work Aaliyah Boston gave?
I don't recall, but I would say it's not nearly as much. They
didn't rerun this game.
Yeah.
This wasn't on covered like how it's been games that Caitlin didn't lost in. And the first thing you see on ESPN is the 1-3 that she made in the game. So no, not in this one, because it's not gonna get no coverage. They're not gonna talk about Aaliyah Boston. They're not gonna give her no credit about 27 and 13. They ain't gonna give her no credit for that.
Yeah, she went to work.
So not on this one.
And they gave up 33 points in the first quarter.
And she was positive 10.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with you. If this had been Caitlin Clark with 27 and 13, we would still be watching these highlights right now.
Right.
We still be watching them right now.
So you're saying like it was a whooping, But it wasn't as much coverage because it wasn't okay. I get you.
But my point is, it was the whooping that should have been covered because she's still the rookie of the year until she's not.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody talking about that. How many times have you seen a rookie of the year just like, oh, we're not even talking, we're not even checking for the rookie no more?
I called the beginning of the season. I'm not gonna say anybody in the chat fam laughed at me, but I said you need to play inside out for this thing to work.
Yeah, Mexico looks like
they've won.
And this is them doing it. And this is them doing exactly what you said. But they're not gonna show it. They're not gonna talk about it.
They play inside out, they've won. So
you got an offensive threat. You have somebody you have to
meanwhile,
it's basketball 101. You beat them up down low and loosen up the outside. You don't come out launching and then by the way, I got somebody down low that can score. That's not how you do the game. You don't. I'm automatic. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna pass the ball down low because they might be able to score.
Like you
as Splash Squad said, Angel Reese's file been on CNN right next to the presidential election. We talking about Angel Reese's file on CNN. So I got to push back on that one, Coach.
Which was a basketball play.
A basketball play.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just talking about the Fever as a whole when you lose to them. But I didn't really. It's a good point. I mean, because I don't recall how much coverage was made, but it sounds pretty accurate that it wasn't as much as when Clark, because she only has 7 in this game. So,
but the other thing too is people better get ready because they finna be losing to the Indiana Fever. They're finna be losing to the Indiana Fever. Indiana's gonna be a better team later down the line. They are going to be fighting in the fight for this 8th spot. So if you're embarrassed about it or you don't want to be the highlight, you better figure out how to beat them because they finna start winning.
Yeah, because at this point, AB is about her business. It's not even what. So
I'm with you too. I'm sorry.
Here's the thing.
I'm with you too.
That's the monster that was woke up.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's the monster that showed up.
Yep.
I don't like Mexico's shorts.
They look like a middle school team, man.
You're not
I don't like their shorts.
Mexico look like they look like practice shorts. Now, that's why they got practice shorts.
What you don't like about their shorts is that they have some short shorts and they're trying to roll them up like Angel and the ladies do now, and they don't really have the shorts for that. Like,
they got the runner shorts on.
But they're trying to have. You got to see. You got to
cross countries on.
Yeah, they're trying to roll them up a little bit like the ladies do for the shorts. That's all. They got the wrong shorts on.
Okay, look. All right,
they got shot put shorts.
Track and field. Yep. County championship shorts. Okay, we digress. Double-digit club for the Fever and Dream game. Melissa Smith had 10. She was 10-5, 10 points, 5 rebounds. Leah Boston at 27-10 that Seth was talking about, and she stand on that. Say it with your chest, Seth. Say it with your chest. Sure. Okay. Sure. Kelsey Mitchell had 24-2. Caitlin Clark, she wasn't in the double cup. The double-digit club.
Yeah,
Katie Lou Samuelson had an 11. She was in the double-digit club. And here we go. Atlanta Dream double-digit club. Ryan Howard, 26. She only had 2 ribbies. Alicia Gray, 12. She was 12-5 with 5 ribbies. Haley Jones, I like her, but I think she hasn't gotten in shape yet. I thought she was in better shape when she played in Stanford, just from eye test. 10 points and 3 ribbies. Cheyenne Parker Tyus, 18-5. And that was it for the double-digit club. Here was the thing. The tail of the tape was the 27 points, and they were doing single coverage most of the time on Boston. And so most of the time, because I don't know why, that's what they chose to do in that game. So I won't question her coaching at that point. It was just what you chose to do. They put more double in the perimeter than they did in the home.
They put more. I mean, but it's almost like, but again, this is the Indiana Fever team that we all previewed draft night saying this is going to be a problem. This is the team we saw the footage of when they played together the first time inside out. Like, oh, this is going to be a problem the way they was playing together, the inside out. That's what everybody was anticipating happening. So they clearly made their choice. We're going to start the perimeter. Okay. I'm going to give you 28 for the post.
Right.
Pick your poison. But it's almost like it's easier to do that from the post than just having an automatic outside shot. I don't understand. Game of basketball is very easy to understand. It's not that complicated when you really break it down. I just don't get it sometimes. But whatever.
All right, you got Seattle Storm against the Dallas Enriques.
Shout out to Enrique, man. I hope she get healthy soon.
For real.
Hear about the Achilles, so yeah, shout out.
Oh, it was the Achilles. I thought it was just swollen. She hurt her.
No, she just day to day.
Oh,
hurt Achilles.
Did she still wear a bust down then since she out? But anyway,
gotta have a bust down.
Seattle Storm 92, Dallas Wings 84. Who wants to take this first? Who got the breakdown for the fam? Your take. Take that. Who got it?
You already know what I'm gonna say. You already know what I'm gonna say. Who's up here? Who we talking about? Dallas?
Dallas Enriques.
What you think I'm gonna say, Coach?
You gonna say she shot him out the game?
No, that's not what I'm gonna say. I'm getting ready to say this right here. JC Sheldon.
Did not show up. Yep.
JC Sheldon. Okay, in the daytime with a flashlight. Where are you? Where are you? JC,
we got to do the flashlight.
Matter of fact, Bree Wayne, I'm gonna have to start saying, JC, who are you? JC, who are you? I need to know. Like 17 minutes out there, and you gave me 2 points. Who are you? I need to know, JC.
I don't know what it is.
She must have left her jump shot in Ohio, Coach. You let me know.
I don't. You know what? You know what? I can't figure this one out because to me, it's custom made for you to get your money. I don't get it. I don't know.
They want her there to shoot the ball.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I don't know either.
Maybe she.
You not in Kansas no more, Carolina. I'm gonna need you to get the shooting, sister.
But you had
get the getting.
Yeah, the big three put in some consistent work from Seattle. Diggins had 21. Lloyd had 19. Nneka had 17. I mean, it's when they playing like that, it's hard to beat them.
I think here too, Coach, like Ezzy with the double, the 10 and 10.
Worston had 10.
Ezzy been I think quietly being a whole lot more consistent. And I don't know if people is giving Ezzy a lot of credit, but I think Ezzy been balling here lately. But y'all let me know in the chat what y'all think.
And I'm gonna tell you what, I've been looking at her when she figures out. Like you talked about bunnies being missed.
Mm-hmm.
She went 4 of 11. A lot of her shots are close in. You got to start. When she start making 50% of those, that's gonna take a lot of pressure off of the other offensive players on that team. But you can't shoot 36% like that. But she did have 10 and 10. She's scrappy. She held her own against a lot of the bigs and when they play against them. So I mean, I ain't mad at her. She holding that down on her own.
Coach already mentioned the double-digit club for the Seattle Storm. We'll go to the Dallas Wings.
Did you? Because your dogs is barking.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Are you okay? Are you in danger over there? I need to know.
No. Hey, Coach, my dogs go when I tell them to go. I just wonder what they barking at. It's a coyote.
Okay. I seen your eyes get big. Like I was like, Coach Roro, what's going on, Coach?
Like you had to go to the bathroom, like you had a laxative.
Coach, what's that?
I do. You had to
drink out. Michael Carter, are you asking or are you letting us know that it's been announced that Brink is out for the season?
Oh no,
I didn't see that. I didn't flash. So is that news or are you asking? It didn't flash on my phone yet, and I got my alerts on purpose to see what's up with camera.
And it looked like such an innocent play, like she just slipped. Ugh.
That knee buckled. The knee broke down.
It was non-contact, right?
Okay.
It was non-contact injury.
Oh
right?
no. Oh no. You see the chat? Rainmaker. I'm gonna let you get to it, Coach.
Okay.
Torn ACL. I said it was a knee. I seen it. I seen it. Thank you, Michael Carter. God. Damn, I hate that for you,
ACL.
Cam. Damn it, Cameron.
So that changes the whole roster. It's gonna force Kurt's hand. He forced now.
It forces her hand, but it also like Ricky and Roy. You're a bucket. Now you got to go.
We need LA.
Represent. Damn, Cameron. Prayers up for Cam, man. He'll up.
Yeah, because it was a non-contact injury.
Oh, I just need to say this too. Hey, looking for Coach Rowe. I told you Monty Williams was on the hot seat. Pack your things and leave Detroit, sir. Ain't gonna pay him $65 to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they gonna see. This is why the Pistons keep going backwards.
I'm just saying. I told you that Monty was leaving. I told you.
Remember, I was like, no.
He's leaving with 65 on the books. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Coach Coleman, do you know what happens with Cam now that she's out for the season? What happens with her 3-on-3 spot? Do you know it all?
They usually already have an alternative, and then how they schedule.
Do y'all think that's Caitlin Clark coming to the Olympics this year?
I hope not. No, you usually already have an alternative schedule for that if something's happened in the plan.
But they didn't announce it. They didn't announce it to us, so it's easy for them to be like, "And so the alternative."
Right.
And here comes Caitlin. Although we know that they skipped over Michaela Williams for the 3-on-3. So does MK Dub get a spot now, or would that go to? Are they going to look for another big? I was just wondering if y'all knew.
I would be shocked if
I didn't get 79-15. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. So yeah, roll.
Coach, we won yesterday, 102-22.
Right. So we were at we digress. We were at the Wings finishing up with the Natty Seegers had 16. Monique Billings had 10. McCowan is playing 19. Some of her best basketball this season. Really, is up and down, but she's playing very well. McCowan, Enrique before she was out was 24, and then as you digress, JC Sheldon only had 2 points. So there's your point. And then Coach already mentioned our double digit club members for Seattle. So, okay, everybody get caught up with the ACL.
That's messed up. That's horrible.
All City. Brick is out for the rest of the season. I think you'll still have somebody, Ricky Roy, and you still have some talent on the bench support.
I mean, you still got Derek Hamby. I mean, it's still a good team. I just hate that for Cameron Brink because I feel like she was really.
I really think this goes back to our conversation said that will force Kurt Miller to have to play Zia Cook.
Yeah, but it's hard to replace. It's hard to replace Cam's defense. And
her size and her wingspan. Yep.
Absolutely. But I also think that this gives her an opportunity to come back stronger. So be able to rehab the knee, but maybe also be able to put some other strength around her body to have her really WNBA ready when she comes back.
Man, the chat went off after that. Dang.
I mean, how do you play when you almost down 100 points? I'm sorry. I mean, what's the motivation to keep playing?
You're really not playing, Coach Rowe. You just getting to the end of the game. You're not playing. You
are out there. You are out there with your country on your chest. What do you mean? How do you keep playing? You can't go back home if you quit. This is basketball. Sometimes you take a whooping. See, Nah, listen. If you play enough basketball, you're gonna take Nah. You can't be like that. If you play enough basketball, you gotta take a blowout here.
Oh yeah, no, you take it.
Hey, what your boy Drago say? Says yeah.
He was playing so good. She'll have a great comeback story. Yes.
For me.
Cardio. Yes.
All right, man. We all caught up, man. Yeah, the chat went crazy after that. Did it.
Harold Williams popped back up, huh?
Harold Williams. Miss D in the house.
Not no mas. I'm not never taking the no mas, DJ B-side. No, Roberto Duran.
What's up, Miss D?
I will not quit on the stool.
Miss D, you ain't saying hi to me today?
All right, this is the CC show. We have been crashed by the coach Rodesy.
Hey, whoa.
It's been a while since you've been gone.
You see what you started here?
Las Vegas Aces 103, Phoenix Mercury 99. We know this is one of Seth's favorite teams, maybe the favorite. So go ahead, Seth, take it away.
I turned this game off. I thought this was a body bag for Phoenix.
Oh man,
just being totally transparent.
Okay.
This is gonna be one of the best. This is gonna be one of the best rivalries to watch for the rest of this season. These two
Phoenix
teams,
and Las Vegas.
Yeah, BG back. This was a heroic effort by Asia and Jackie. It took 32 and 34 from them two to be able to get this thing done. Kai Stokes, listen, 0 point, listen, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. You gave me 4 fouls. You gave me more fouls than you gave me rebounds. And you one of the tallest people on the floor. There's an issue there. Like if you're not gonna score, you for sure got to get every ball to come off the rim. I mean, if nothing else, I need for you catching the ball and putting it straight back up and trying to get fouled and at least going to the free throw line. Like you got to give me something. 0. That doesn't help us going down.
Well, yeah, she said 0.
Hey, Coach Zero.
0?
Bro, we can't do that.
Listen, 0?
Let me finish up. Hey, Martin, 0.
Yo, they called you Sleepy Floyd.
This is one of the first times I think that I've seen Money Martin with these goose eggs across the line here in 9 minutes. So, Kate Martin, everybody had an opportunity to see what it's like to play against a seasoned veteran team. Phoenix is seasoned. They knew what they were going to be. They knew who they were going to be with Brittany Griner coming back. Their thing was to just hold this thing steady in the road. Listen, when the Dinotaur, give you 22, Brittany Griner give you 25 and 9, and anything else that Kalia Copper give you is a cherry on top. They're gonna be hard to beat and fun to watch. Everybody was picking against them last night against the Liberty. Like I'm telling y'all, Phoenix is a 3-headed problem that nobody saw coming this season because everybody like, well, Brittany Griner's out, and nobody thought about what Kalia Copper was going to mean to this team. She's X Factor. She's X Factor, right? So, you look at this coach. I was like, who? They let them get who? Oh, okay, they tripping. They sleep. They forgot that BG's coming back. So now you got BG back, and they're hard to defend. They're hard for a lot of teams to defend. We're gonna have some hella matches against them coming up for the rest of the season. I'm looking to see what Carter is able to do coming in there. We got to figure out about Kirsten Bell. Chelsea should play tonight. Emma Cannon is now gone. So, we're going to see. And Tiffany Hayes, she was added. She gave us 6, but we're going to need more out of her. We're going to need more out of everybody that's coming on.
What's your take on they put up 42 points in the second quarter? Good grief. 42?
Oh, wow. Hey, listen, they were scoring. Hey, listen, but that's Asia. That's Asia and Jackie. And that's them understanding like, yo, we can't have this type of performance. And then we also had to put up that type of performance because we had a 12-point first quarter. How are you going to show up as the defending champs and have a 12-point first quarter?
Is that one of the highest scoring quarters, though, this season? 42?
I don't know that I've seen one.
Look that up. I haven't seen 42 points a quarter.
I don't know that I've seen one.
Good grief.
I don't know that, but I mean, I guess, but it also says, it also could say since Kyle only had 18, that they may not have had the best pre-game meal. That's all. I don't know. She might not have the best pre-game meal that night. But a win that we had to have, a win that was good for us to get on the road. But again, it's going to be fun to watch. We're going to see each other again. And Gustafsson with 0, that don't work. Kate Martin, 0, that don't work. Kaya, 0. Listen, that don't work. not over 6. Not over 6'2". Need more from you.
Oh, right. So here we go. Phoenix, Mercury, double-digit club. Big Foe Senior. Kalia Copper, 18. Brittany Griner, BG back in the building. Guess who's back? 25.
I ain't had no double-doubles coming.
DT, 22. Sophia Cunningham, 10. Double-digit club. Sug Sutton had 10. Sug. How your mama name you Sug? All right, man, I digress. Okay. And Seth already talked about the scores for Vegas on her. I don't know, you weren't ranting, you was just saying it with your chest because she's passionate about her team. So
oh yeah, man, I'm gonna call it out. Like you got to I'm sure they probably use some different words in the locker room, but they know it too.
And we going on to 14th. It was 2 games. First one was Chicago Sky. They played in DC. Chicago Sky 81. This is a heartbreak hotel. And
yeah, get up out of here with that. You know what I'm saying? Come on,
the Mystics 83. That I mean, they just didn't execute. Maybe free throws and layups.
Coach Coleman, this is the dream. The dream. This is their part. This is the dream's fault. They gave them confidence, and they came out and said, and they beat Chicago. This is another game. No excuse. Absolutely no excuse. Chicago played awful in this game. They had 10 points in the first quarter. That's awful.
Yep.
10 points. Are you kidding me right now? Horrible.
I mean, they trailed most of the game and struggled with consistency offensively and struggled with stops defensively. Mystics did a great job of spreading out Chicago's defense, and they really couldn't stop the drive. Chicago had a hard time stopping the drive.
Coach Coleman, you're so analytical and politically correct on this. Atlanta, look, Washington stinks. There's no way they should have won this game. They stink.
They don't stink.
I hate watching that.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Make it another knee-jerk decision. They don't stink. They figuring it out. Washington is gonna be in the hunt for that 8 spot too. They only 1 game behind Dallas.
Right.
They're 1 game. They're one out of everything that's to happen now. They 1 game behind the Wings.
That 7 through 12 is like everybody fighting over the last piece of chicken.
Coach, and feel me now. The Wings played in the Western Conference Finals last year. Washington got they had an injury, right? They had somebody out with injury. So Shakira Austin didn't play, Brittany Sykes didn't play, and Deladon's not there. They're figuring this out. They're gonna win more games than people think.
How many games they gonna win? How many games the Miss is gonna win this year?
Well, probably between 12 and 15. Probably between 12 and 15. Yeah, I'll give them that. You got to think about it. Shakira Austin's she's gonna get healthy. Brittany Sykes is gonna get healthy. Aaliyah Edwards is gonna keep playing better. Yeah, between 12 and 15. But I mean, you can make that look. That's the same look you made when I told you Phoenix was gonna beat the Liberty last night. But
right,
I digress.
Don't do that.
L said, I agree, man. I think
now the other thing though, is I gotta ask Bree Wayne: is this the no moral victories? Is this the no moral victories game? Is this the no moral victories game? That's what I need to know. Is this the no moral victories game? Because if this is the no morals victory game, we know what will happen right here. We know what happened right here. Not enough Kennedy Carter down to start the game, and that was my point. They started the game with, like Coach said, 10-point first quarter, a 10-point first quarter. They can't start behind. They got to start in front, Coach. They got
absolutely. They're not built. Chicago is built to grind you out this season and eke out victories like at the end of the fourth quarter. That's what they built for. When they turn up on D, they're very hard to play with. But you can't. I don't care if you turn up or not. If you're already down double digits, how many games have they come back double digits and almost won the game? It's been several games that they made way closer than it should have been because they turn up, on defense. But
and that's the thing. We go back to that. You have to find a way to put yourself in the driver's seat, or only 3 to 5 points in striking distance. You can't start with a blind, as you say, blind 10 is on the roster, or a blind 10 minus 10, a blind minus 10 starting the game. So I mean that just a difference maker there. So hopefully Hopefully, Coach Teaspoon is finding her way. You know,
this next team says they're better than the Houston Comets and the Los Angeles Aces. We shall see.
It's so silly.
You are so waiting for that.
This next team says they're better than the championship Houston Comets and the Los Angeles Lakers. I know. We shall see.
You are so silly.
So this next to the last game on the Friday the 14th. Man, you look like Coming to America Part 2, man. Hakeem.
No, tell him what it is.
Well, that came from the 5 Heartbeats.
Right.
That's 5 Heartbeats, right?
We say this next group says they're better than the Temptations and Bird and Midnight Falcons all in one. I know. We shall see.
Night like this. I wish raindrops would fall.
Oh, here we go.
Here you go. Los Angeles Sparks 76, Minnesota Lynx 81. This was played at the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota. This was Minnesota, right? How they say it? It was a 5-point. This was a very well played game by the Spark. It was nip and tuck. I watched this game. It was very intriguing. They Los Angeles Sparks stuck to their game plan to keep them in the game. They never wavered from that. But I believe the experience of Minnesota took over, and that it was that last 2 minutes of that fourth quarter that gave that separation. There, so
Coach Coleman, they lost this game in the third quarter. Los Angeles only scored 12 points. That's why. Look, there's a pattern here. You cannot. That's why I made such a big deal about the Las Vegas Aces when they put up 43. You can't have 12, 13, 10-point quarters in the league and expect to win. Show me a team that's done that besides the Los Angeles Aces this season. I haven't seen any team have a low quarter output like that and still win the game, early or late. 12 points is awful. You can't, when you already borderline awful, you can't have 12 points in the quarter. You just can't.
What's borderline awful? Okay.
Well, when it's like, with Los Angeles, this is what I see about the Los Angeles Sparks. They have talent, but they haven't figured out how to mesh yet.
That's like the ice cream is kind of good.
Yeah.
Let me call this out. In this game.
Yeah.
Cameron Brink was 0 of 6. So if Cameron Brink doesn't score, Cameron Brink gives you any piece of who she's been this season, you get the win. Cameron Brink had 4 fouls and no points. To me, that's the difference in the game.
It is.
Because you wasted a 19 and 10 from Rakia and a 16 and an 11 from Derica. So you wasted a great performance from them two. Ari came with 14 and 7. Lexi came with 12. With 12, 1 and 4 assists for you. So this was a great the two bigs here, Lee and Cameron, who were on the floor for about, I don't know, looked like about 31 minutes apiece. 31 minutes together gave you 2 points out of your bigs. To me, that's the difference in this game.
Yeah.
You can get 10 points between them two, you could beat this team. But this also speaks to me, I think it's further proof that the LA Sparks are put together in a way that if they're all clicking and playing great basketball, they can beat any team in the W.
That's a fact.
But when they're not,
when
they're not, it's like, can they beat Washington? So
look, now I'm not just saying this because Detroit stand up, but I think that if Rakia is put more out like, look, this is my team, you're going to see the Sparks win more games. It's because of her skill set. She can score, she can rebound, she can pass. Look at her numbers in this game. She had, you know what? I'll let you do that, Coach Coleman.
No, you got it. You got it, Coach Rowe.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, she had 19 and 10. Like, we talking about a rookie doing this. 19 and 10, 3 assists, 1 steal. But look at the efficiency, 6 out of 10 field goals. You kidding me? She shot 60%. She was balling out of her mind. Only took 1 3-pointer. I want to see that number go up a little bit. But other than that, in 30 minutes, 19 points, 10 rebounds, that's a great game. They played well enough in 3 quarters to win this game. That third quarter is what did it. You can't score 12 points in the game like this. Minnesota has shocked me and proven to a lot of people, look, we're not playing with y'all. They turn up in the last 2 quarters of every game so far. That's what I've seen from Minnesota. They'll play around maybe in the second. But when it's winning time, LaFisha Collier say, look at here. I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get to the finals. That's the way she playing. 30-6. 8 steals. Are you kidding me?
In the exception of 2 players on Minnesota, everybody's playing significant minutes on that whole
right. Yeah.
So that is a key. That is something to keep an eye on too, how they rotate their roster. Except everyone except 2 players. There's 2 players that get in, but those 2 players I don't have the significant minutes as the rest of the roster does. So so on the double-digit club on the Minnesota side, 11 for Bridget Carlton. The LaFisha Collier, you already mentioned, 30. Okay. Alana Smith, 12. Courtney Williams, 15. Anytime you got Courtney scoring double digits for you, that is a good thing for your team. Okay.
Yes.
And then everybody in is just chipping in. What we call it? Everybody's chipping in for Minnesota. Seth, a little now later, a little Jolly Rancher. They just nickel and
everybody.
Nickel and dime.
Oh, not Jolly Rancher. Now later's all day. Cherry Chan talking about lemon heads. Y'all better stop playing with lemon heads. And Cherry Chan. You kidding me?
Remember Boston Beans?
Man, y'all better talk about them Chico sticks. Y'all playing. Chico sticks ran out every week at the store.
All right, Coach. And so I think this last week was the last week of Commissioner. Yeah, that was the last Commissioner Cup game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the last Commissioner's Cup game probably was on the 13th. I think
13th, because the regular season was.
Wait. Did they play the championship yet?
No, that's on the 25th.
Oh, who in the championship?
Minnesota Lynx.
And?
The Liberty.
Give me liberty, or give me death.
Oh boy!
Look, you got to look forward. You got to look forward to what's coming up because that whooping you took yesterday, or what?
You know what? But you know what though. But in all seriousness, I said this before. I'm not being funny. I don't care about these games. New York is championship or bust. That's just what it is. We'll talk about that on the show. It's what it is for me. You got to win the championship.
That's facts. Show me how can you get it done. Here we go. We got Saturday, June 15th. 2 games were played. First game, Connecticut Sun, 85. Dallas Wings.
Cowtails. What is Cowtails?
Dallas Enrique, 67. I think Enrique was out, right? At this point.
Isn't that the game that? Well, let me see. Hold on. Oh no, that's the game they got whooped. What's the game they almost won? It wasn't that one.
So for Dallas,
who almost won?
No. Remember we was watching the game and it was kind of close. Yeah, this was the game, and then
it got
Connecticut just beat them up towards the end.
Bust it open.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Bust it.
Yeah. See, there it is again. Third quarter, Dallas 13 points. You can't do that and win in this league. You just can't.
Dallas should have been able to win this game. Juana Bonner only had 6 points.
The game
Juana
was
Bonner
ugly.
only had 6 points.
Yep.
Somebody said, "Give me liberty or give me death." Bang.
What
are Cowtails?
Here we go.
Yeah. Courtney Williams is underrated for sure.
She is. So for the Dallas Wings, double-digit club, Maddie Segrist, 16.
Exactly, Darnell, Mike and Ike's.
Oh yeah, that's the only candy I really eat now. Mike and Ike.
Yeah, now you talking about a Mike and Ike. You was just hollering about an hour later and Cherry Jam.
But right now,
he said nothing about Mike and Ike.
Mike and Ike's the only candy I eat right now. That's oof. I can eat
Sierra McCowan 16. Enrique had 11. Sierra McCowan had 16 and 10. Okay. For Connecticut Sun, Alyssa Thomas had 13 and 9. She had 9 rebounds and 9 assists. She almost had a triple. She was almost got to a triple double. She needed, but not almost only counts in horseshoes, right? Brianna Jones had 12 points and 8 rebounds. Pass to Dejanay had 14 points. Ty Harris 10. There go your Gamecock.
See, I'm slow. I just figured out what y'all was talking about past the Dejanay. Y'all talking about like Dejanay Munster. Okay, y'all play with okay. All right.
Rachel Badham had 16, and that's a double-digit club.
I just figured out what y'all was talking about.
Yeah, Coach Rowe, you slow because you ain't.
I know. Seth is my translator. He translate all of the acronyms. I'd be like, wait, what?
And I like Twizzlers, okay? New York Liberty. That game
what?
was played in Texas.
We probably can't even be cool no more. Twizzlers taste like
I like chocolate Twizzlers.
What you know about? What you know about red vines, fam?
Red vines, they go hard.
It's about a red vine, not a Twizzler.
Australian, the nip with the Australian licorice too.
Oh no.
Yeah, red vines go.
Man, come on.
Red vines go back to
DJ B-side. What's up with that?
DJ B-side like bang. I was waiting to see what movie did that come from. Let's go. Tonight, Backyard Garden. Happy Juneteenth to everybody in the chat. What's going on, fam?
Well, who laughed at Liberty and Championship? Who laughed at that?
Who laughed at what?
Somebody even said Liberty and Championship with laughing emojis. Wait, what? Who did that?
Oh, like they probably don't go together though.
Here's the thing I gotta say about some rookies. Some rookies I see in the chat, and I know chat, you love your favorite players and you know they can play. But some rookies are in a situation where they need them to play. And some rookies are in a situation they don't have to play. There's no pressure. And there's a progression to that. And you see if they fit it, and it may not, and it may be, as Seth referred to, it may be an unprotected situation. Right? They made them just draft them and know they're good and they're going to stay in the league because they didn't want to play against them this season. So it's so many different strategies of acquiring talent and keeping them on the roster. But I definitely agree Peely is a talent, but she's in a situation where she doesn't have, they don't need her production. Just
so I think for us, I think where we get caught up is that like we're not seeing her play. So we're not seeing the production, but we're also not seeing the growth, right? So we're not seeing if she's developing. So I think for the fans, it's like you got I'm here. Some people are here just because of Peely. Just like there are people that are here just because of Caitlin. Some people are here just because of Peely. Some people are here just because of Rakia. And it's like I'm here now and I'm not seeing her.
Right.
And what you're doing, you're not giving me enough backstory to sell me on staying. And that's where I think where the WNBA has some misses with being able to convert fans. So I know they don't have to play, but when you're in a situation when you're up and you're winning like Minnesota has been winning, why not give them a shot to play? Like you also
tamales was the work, bro.
What's good, Smooth G? What's happening with you, fam?
Hot tamales was nasty. Ew.
Yeah, I know, right?
I hated hot tamales.
All right, so that last game on Saturday, June 15th, New York Liberty 90, Las Vegas Aces 82. That was played in the Michelob Ultra Arena. Go ahead, Seth, with the best. Take her away.
That was a great game.
Oh, New York came to prove a point. New York came to prove a point. They came to say, like, yo, we are here to compete. Jonquil, this was the game that I was waiting on. This was the Jonquil. Are you gonna keep that same energy? Jonquil came with the same energy.
Hey, Coach, don't Jonquil mind you an Ewok?
Who?
Don't
JJ Jonquil Jones remind you an Ewok in the face?
No, she's beautiful.
Not Ewok.
Ewoks are cute. That's beautiful. It's cute.
When Jonquil is gonna give you 34, and when Jonquil is gonna shoot 80% from three, it's gonna be hard to beat New York. This wasn't about Stewie. This wasn't about Benaya. This wasn't about Sabrina, although they scored too. This was about Jonquil Jones, and this was about Jonquil. I think she probably ain't heard nothing I had to say, but this was about her wanting to be able to say like how I showed up against Las Vegas in the playoffs last year wasn't a true representation of who I am. And allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Jonquil. And she reintroduced herself, and we had to hold this L right here at the crib. And it was, I mean, we didn't deserve to win. You know, Kelsey gave us 22, Asia gave us 21. Here go Kaya again with 0. You know, Alicia gave us 13, Jackie gave us 10. That says a lot. Tiffany gave us 2. And I don't want to take anything away from Kate Martin had 6. The only person that really, you know, only Kelsey and Asia really played, you know, Alicia too. Jackie tried to chip in, but I think she was still sick, but no excuses. Like at the crib, you got to show up better. And we didn't. So we didn't deserve to win, but Megan Gustafson, 0 points.
Yeah. Nerves. Okay, sorry.
So this was all about Jonquel Jones. She came in. She came in and set the tone and let us know from the gate that they were here to win, and damn it, they did.
So here's the thing. Was I happy about the win? Of course, yeah. But I look at games a little different when the goal is to win a championship. Jonquel Jones had an out-of-body experience. It's an out-of-body experience. We cannot count on Jonquel to hit 34 points to get to the mission. Now, Jonquel, if you want to give me 21, 22 consistently, great. Those are the type of games I'm looking for. 21 Jonquel, that's still asking a lot on average. Ionescu, give me 17. You have 15. Stu, I need you 20 or more. That's the formula for them to win the championship. So, although I enjoyed this game, I was watching to see, okay, I look at it like, okay, can you beat a team more than once? That's a one-game performance right there. You're not going to put
but this one
once.
I think this one game performance was just about Jonquel. Like, hey, like Malaysia going back to North Carolina was about her revenge tour. This was about Jonquel. When we play again, there'll be a different approach. I think that they made a concerted effort to have Jonquel go off.
Yeah.
And it was like, yo, you got it. If you need us to do it, we will. But this can be about you today. And sometimes teams do that. I'm gonna feed you so you can get off.
And I'm gonna tell you what hurt too. You can't have Sabrina getting 12 assists on you. 12 is that was a lot. 12 assists is a lot.
But then 12 probably mostly came off Jonquel's 30.
Jonquel, yeah. Drop stepping and just turning her shoulder and doing what she got to do. But this is what I was talking about when I said with Vegas, Asia, she can't do it. Can't do it by herself.
On my own.
Right. She still had 20-1-9. It's kind of strange to say 21-9 was a pedestrian day the way she's been playing lately.
Right.
I was like, oh, she only had 21. I mean, how many players can you look at and say, oh, they only had 21 points? But that's what you do with Asia. Like, oh, she only had 21. So I don't know. It was a good game, but I didn't take a whole lot from it. Just my thoughts.
I mean,
hey, the world finding out Joyce Edwards is a bucket. Let's go 17. Game over.
Right. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 liberties in double digits. You read Stewie 14 and 12. Lainey Hamilton, she had 12 and 7, almost double. Sabrina, that's cool.
I'm sorry, Coach Coleman. That's the weak link to me. I don't know what the thought process was. I hold my breath every time Lainey Hamilton grabs the ball. She don't make good decisions. The defense that last night, she was getting torched. The parts I watched, Bree Wayne, if you still in here, it was some plays. I looked around like, what are you doing, Lainey Hamilton? How many times are you gonna get back door? What are we doing here? They kept running the same play. You couldn't find the man. What's going on here?
Looking for defense.
I don't get it. Can somebody tell me what the appeal is of Lainey Hamilton? And she on my team, but I just don't see it. I don't see it. What's the appeal?
Maybe I don't know. She just got that appeal. That's why I don't know. Sometimes it's a connection for the affection. I don't know. Great question. That's the way politics and hoops go sometimes.
She play a lot of minutes. Look how many minutes she play a game.
Yeah, she played almost 36 minutes.
Almost 36 minutes. That's every night.
And so Sabrina, that's cool, had 15 and 12. Liani Fibrich, she almost had, I'm going to mention her because she barely gets some. She almost had 10. I'm just trying to sprinkle her with some love. She had 8 points in that. Here's the thing. We are done with that. But, let's talk about this. The proof is in the game. So this is not your season leaders. This is just your nightly as of that past week, your leaders just for the week, how they did in this past week. So in points, all right, Stewie had 28. She was the nightly leader for this past week at 28. BG came out with 19. Sabrina, that's cool, 19. and DT. So you had 3 players tied in the 2 spot, which at 19 points. And then Rebecca Allen signing out of Phoenix as well takes the 5th spot at 17. Any surprises on that? Just weekly. That's the nightly list. That's not season leader. We'll go over our season leaders when we get to the tea on Friday. It's a tea party.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Surprise Rebecca Allen.
Uh-oh. What? Coach Rowe criticizing Lainey Hamilton. Blasphemy. She's their best defender and gets a smooth 13 to 15 points every night. I'm just reading the chat, Coach. I'm just reading the chat.
Right.
I gave my opinion. I'm talking about real flow of the game, decision-making, playing defense. I'm going by real time of the game. So let me look at the chat. Who said it?
Country Notary.
Is she their best defender? That's a problem. I'm serious, Courtney, the Country Notary. Look, I like the team, but I think she's the weak link. Just my thoughts. I'm sorry.
Your nightly leader for ribbies, for rebounds this week, getting the cleanup is Lainey Hamilton, Coach. 9.9 ribbies.
Come Coleman.
DT, back in your face. What? Nah, she did like that, huh? 9 ribbies. Tied for first and for nightly ribbies is DT. 9. Rebecca Allen, 7. That's my surprise this week for weekly leaders is the Rebecca Allen. I have to go with you. DeWanda Bonner with 7. Tied for third. Sabrina SQ with 7. And this is just your nightly for this week, your nightly leaders, not your seasonal. Reminding you that. Going to assist. Sabrina, that's cool. 8. Everybody else tied for second. Big Foe Senior, Kalia Copper, 7. Jaquil Jones, Liberty, 7. Ari McDonald from the Sparks, 7. And Alyssa Thomas from the Connecticut, shining bright like the sun, 7. Anybody has any questions or surprises from that list, that section?
Nope.
Nah.
Bueller? Ferris? Nah. Bueller? Anybody?
Okay. Bueller. Bueller.
All right.
Bueller.
Our nightly leaders for blocks. DeWanda Bonner from the Connecticut sun shining like the sun. 2. Big G is back in the building with the Mercury. She's in the universe again. 2. We got a BG signing. Passes to Dejanay. Has 1 block this week. Leonie Fibrich, Liberty. 1 is Sabrina. That's cool with 1. So I don't know. That's the nightly. So that's a little weak to me. I'm surprised by Fibrich. She must have. I don't know how she snuck in there. Steals Stewie with 5. Alyssa Thomas with 3 from the Sun. DeWanda Bonner with 2. You notice Connecticut is having multiple players. Anybody noticing that?
Mm-hmm.
It's a testament to how well they're playing right now.
Kennedy, Burke, and Liberty. Sometimes the Liberty is in there too with 2, and then Pasadena Day with 2. It's a lot of Connecticut.
But the one consistent thing you see, I mean, I think it's safe to say the East is more defensive minded than the West.
Yes,
there's way more defense in the East than the West. I mean, there's more scoring, but you got Chicago in there. Like, give it a week, you'll see Chicago at the lead of some of these block steals, active hands.
I think Stewie's shocking me with the 5 steals up there. Let's go.
Yeah, because Stewie
with the 5 steals and the 5 assists with the 4 rebounds. Like, okay, I see you, Stewie. For that game, that was big, a 5 steal game.
Right. So here's the turnovers. They got to get their life together. They got to get their act together. They do. Apple turnovers here. They turning it over too much. Ari McDaniel, 6. You got to carry. Look, you got to carry blocks in practice, rubber blocks.
Yeah.
Good handle. Natasha Cloud, 5. Big Foe is in there. Well, you play a lot of minutes like that, you're going to expect that with 4. She's got 4 turnovers just with the minutes and how much she has the ball in her hand at times. Lady Hamilton, New York Liberty, 4. And who's that? Stephanie from Las Vegas. I didn't even know she's on the team. Like, now, like, who you? You on the roster? Like, you put me on the ballot? So let's go.
Turn the ball over 4 times.
Right. This is what people love to see. 3-pointers made for the weekly leaders, not for the seasonal. Rebecca Allen made 5. Sabrina, that's cool, 4. Liberty Stewart, 4. Don Tarazi, 4. And Kayla Thornton, 4. So you got Liberty and Phoenix dominating 3-pointers made.
She's a 3-point specialist, Thornton.
Thornton. Free throws made. Rakia Jackson. Rakia Roy, 4. Brianna Stewart. Bruton Stewie, 4. DeWanna Bonner, 3. BG, 3. BG just get back and she started beating weekly leaders. What that tells you something, doesn't it? How she impacts the game.
She's a difference maker.
Sabrina Eskew, that's cool, 3. Here is the thing. This is what the people know who is reliable, Coach Rowe. Fantasy points. It's more than fantasy points. It is who the people know they can count on. For this week, it was Stewie, 53. Sabrina, that's cool, 44. JJ, not Dynamite, but she was playing like Dynamite lately. Dynamite.
Now you stand.
39.
Two size small. You remember this, boys.
DT with 39.
I ain't got time. I got time for neither one of y'all. Neither one of y'all. I don't got time for neither one of y'all.
Oh my goodness. So there we have it. That's our leaders. So age mother this week, mother just weekly, not seasonal, just weekly. Mother wasn't in the top 5 for fantasy point. That's weekly, not seasonal. So just remember that. Weekly.
Oh yeah, for sure. This was the week. This was for the week.
As we wrap up, what's your final take on this past week, Sess and Coach Rowe? What do you got?
I think we learned a lot, to me, about the Liberty. They have a ways to go as far as getting into that championship form. Surprisingly, they lost a grinded out game to a team that looks a little more hungrier than, well, at least what I watched so far for the first 2 quarters. I want to see some cleanup behind that. I think we also learned that Phoenix is serious. I got to give Seth credit on that. She called that one out, but I'm going to watch them a lot. That's what I learned for this week. Those are my 2 takeaways.
I'm going to say this. Elliot Copper, probably on one of my new top 5 lists. Okay, and I'm gonna say this. This was the best part of the week for me. What you say? What the bench got to do? Is that a real question? What? She said. Elliot Copper say, "What did the bench do last game, Coach?" She said, "What did the bench do last game?" The reporter say, "They scored. They played well." She said, "Okay. What did they do? What did they do tonight?" The reporter say, "They didn't play that. They didn't play that good." She said, "Okay, so then what do they got to do?" The reporter say, "Play better." She said, "Okay, that's it. Right. Okay, is that it? I'm out." Coach, that was the best.
I like that. I love it.
That was the best press conference of the week to me. Darnell Baylor, exactly right. Shout out, rest in peace, Willie Mays. Lost a legend this week. I think that the season is tightening up. We get ready to see some good basketball. I hope that some of the other noise and chit chat is dying down, because the parity and the competitiveness that's really available in this WNBA season is really getting ready to take off as we get ready to move into the All-Star game, and then the Olympic break, and then coming back. So I'm looking forward to the competition. I'm watching a lot of teams still rocking with them aces. But Kalia Copper, must see TV. Anytime the microphone is in front of her, please check it out. You never know what you're gonna get from Kai. But that was it for me. Between Kai with the what did they do last time, and Teaspoon with, and y'all remember this, there are no moral victories. No moral victories. And that's I'm taking them 2 from the week. That was it for me, Coach.
No mas. What you got, Coach Rowe? What's your takeaway?
Yeah, call me. You getting sleepy. I gave him.
Oh, he gave his takeaway. He gave his. You got
me, Rhodacy.
No. But what I'll do, I'll recap. I think that the Liberty.
He did not say, "You got me, Rhodacy," but go ahead.
No, I heard him. The Liberty. I'll just recap. The Liberty, I think, has some things to clean up to get into championship form. And I think that Phoenix is something to be reckoned with. I'll eat a piece of humble pie. I laughed at Phoenix at the beginning of the season. I'm like, what are they gonna do? They got a bunch of misfit toys. I don't know what's going on. What do they got going? BG has come back and said, hey, look, don't forget about us. And Taurasi never slowed down. And as Seth just mentioned with Copper, I mean, they're a very dangerous team. Those are my takeaways.
Before we close out, too, I just want to say, y'all, tonight we got the doubleheader. Washington, Indiana at 7 p.m. Kind of staggered with Atlanta, Minnesota at 8. With the Storm and the Aces getting down after that at 10 p.m. Live. Come hang out at Auntie's house.
Hey, Seth, Washington going to beat Indiana?
Yep.
Okay.
No, I don't know for real. Depends on if they go through Aaliyah Boston. Indiana should be able to win. If they try to do anything but go through Aaliyah Boston, I watch the Mystics got a chance of being in that game.
Indiana will win.
So, hey, tonight you got the night games. We'll see you in the chat. We got the tea on Friday. We'll see if Coach Rowe is available to pop in. It's been great. Hey, Rhodacy, Coach Rowe, Tommy.
Robert, what's up? Yeah, we got the tea. We got the tea. The CC show for tea time on Friday. Come hang out with us.
Remember for your WNBA, switch your vote. Remember, you got election coming up too in your town, in your state, in the nation. Switch your vote. We're not telling you to vote. We just saying, hey, take your shot. Switch your vote. Also, remember today, as you enjoy the Juneteenth, is to be great in your preparation, become excellent in your performance. And what else we got?
Run them likes up, y'all. I see y'all out there. I appreciate y'all every time, y'all. Every time we cut this thing on, I'm humbled at the fact that y'all come to see what it is that we got going on. I appreciate the support, fam. I love y'all to life. Please, run them likes up and do it on both platforms, y'all. Matter of fact, make sure y'all get out and do it on all 3 platforms. So if you're not following Kansas Basketball Academy Foundation, make sure you're following him and give him some likes. Coach Rowe, he's not live on his platform today, but please make sure you jump over there and take the L for leadership and give him a follow at official Coach Rowe across all social media platforms. Like I said, fam, humble. I appreciate the way y'all show up for me.
Danae, appreciate you, and I enjoy learning about how to do that garden in the backyard.
Oh yeah, if you're not following Danae Backyard Garden, I don't know what y'all.
I gotta watch it.
She got taters over there, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I don't know what y'all waiting on. Y'all need to be following Danae's Backyard
You being serious, Fast? You serious? She got potatoes for real?
Yeah, she does. She showed it on her video.
I watched it. I'm not gonna plant nothing. I'm not going to grow anything. But I watched everything that was taking place in the garden. I was inspired. I almost went and bought a bucket because she had the bucket, and it was almost like a surprise, Coach, the way it happened, because it's like the little bucket is there, and you flip it over, and it's the thing. You could water this thing all year, flip that thing over and shake it out, and ain't nothing in there. Or you could, she pulled out a bowl full of yams. I'm just saying. I watched it. I watched it.
Hey, on that note,
I lying?
And then
I'm trying to tell you.
No, I watched it too. On that note, this has been CC and Rhodacy. We'll see you at game time. We out.
Till next time, y'all. Stay tuned. Talk soon, y'all. I'm out.